What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the AM, guys. Welcome to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. Real quick before we get started, if you know somebody whose life would be bettered by listening to this show, would you share this with them and partner with me to change lives and spread the word? Appreciate it. Well, today I wanted to actually talk about knowing who you are. Personally, this has been one of the longest parts of my personal journey, is actually understanding who I am and understanding what type of person I am. And it is actually one of the most important things I have personally done in my life and am still in the process of doing. And I'm bringing this up because I think that oftentimes one of the last people that we often think about is ourselves. We often think about others, or we often think about other work that needs to be done that have been given to us by our bosses, all these other things. What I'm trying to say is we prioritize others and other people over ourselves more often than we actually look at ourselves. And I think it's so important to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to know where you want to go in life. You're not going to know what you love, what you enjoy. You're not going to know what you dislike. You're not going to know really anything about yourself, your skill sets, your personality. You're not going to know how you work, right? Are you goal driven? Are you task driven? You're not going to know any drivers in your life. And I think that the majority of life is actually just a journey of self-discovery to understand who you are. That's a large part of this. And a lot of times, like, failure occurs in our lives, and failure has occurred in my life because I just simply haven't known who I am. I haven't known at all who I am or what I'm being driven by. And so when it comes time to make really important decisions in life, I don't make the type of quality decisions that I actually could have if I knew who I was. Like, knowing what I know now about me personally, who I am, and knowing about what I want to do, knowing about my drivers, my personality, my style of leadership, my skill sets, what I'm good at and what I'm bad at, like my weaknesses. If I had known more of those earlier on 10 years ago, I would radically be living a different life than I am now. And I would not have skipped where I'm at in my journey, but I would have gone further down the road faster. And so if you're really looking at yourself and looking to speed up progress in your life, you're looking to move faster to get where you want to go, a large part of it has to do with you. 90% of the work that you actually really need to do to be successful and to win in areas in your life, whether it's home, business, whether it's work, 90% of the work that needs to be done is actually on you and not on everything else. It's amazing how most things in life simply come back to self-improvement and personal growth, and really the heart position to love yourself and do what is best for you. And what is best for you doesn't mean being selfish. If you're selfish, that's not what's best for you. Choosing to do things that are dishonorable is not what's best for you. Being selfish is something really dishonorable. And so what I'm talking about is really placing an emphasis on how important you are to actually move forward. And normally it actually ties into everything that we do. If you're looking to start a company, oftentimes the company is going to attract and become just who you are. That's how it is. Most companies are you. And if you've started it, like most business projects and ventures, if you start anything, they end up being just like you. And so if you really want to change the company, the way to do that is change yourself. This is also why a lot of people fail in business, because they don't actually understand that business is about themselves and business is about customers. And so they miss the whole step of being successful through self-improvement and actually growing as an individual. And it's interesting to see how we easily miss this. And so a few things to know about yourself, a few things you should know about yourself are really, what are your skill sets, right? You got to know what your skill sets are. The other things you need to know are, what are your strengths? What are you actually good at? And what are you bad at? You got to know your weaknesses. You got to know how you work. In other words, like, how do you actually get work done? What works best for you? What are your drivers in life? What motivates you and what drives you? You got to know your principles, what you're founded on. You got to know your vision. You got to know your purpose. And you got to know how you serve and what you're called to do in this life. And so all of those things are so important. And if you don't know them, you're also not going to know how to improve yourself. And if you don't know how to improve yourself, you're not going to improve anything else around you. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.